Welcome to SpaceX, people. The company owned by Elon Musk. Absolutely phenomenal. SpaceX will be going, or has the likelihood in the near future, to go public. What that means for you is going to go through the initial public offering. You can actually check this out through Edgar. For those that are savvy investors, or if you're an accredited investor, it's a way to search companies that are already public, like Tesla, stock ticker TSLA. SpaceX is not public at this point, but they will be following their IPO submission to the Securities Exchange Commission. That way, it can become a listed company. Google owns quite a bit of SpaceX. Elon Musk owns quite a bit of SpaceX, and many accredited investors in the private market and hedge funds own quite a bit of SpaceX. The valuation is at approximately 800 billion with a B, and it has the likelihood and the expectation to reach 1.5 trillion. This is huge. SpaceX, global spacecraft manufacturer, making it possible to possibly live in space. Quite a bit of exploration is going to be done. What makes them stand out compared to any competition, like say Blue Origin, Jeff Bezos' company, which also orbits the space as well, is that by far they've done over hundreds of space launches that you're not aware of. They also are vertically integrated. They built most, which keeps cost expenses low. They build the ship in Hawthorne, California, typically, most of it. Keep the price low, and it's reusable materials. NASA and most space-oriented exploration companies that create spacecrafts and rockets, Lockheed Martin, etc. I left additional variables and contrast between Boeing, which creates airplanes and aircrafts. They're part of the aviation sector as well as space exploration. Also, Lockheed Martin. Really amazing, because these are companies that have been around for almost over 100 years, since 1946 for Lockheed Martin. Boeing, all these other companies have been around, quite a bit around, and SpaceX has become worth more than these companies. And they're actually really a trailblazer. Do your own research. Absolutely phenomenal. Might be a company you want to look for. SpaceX, right behind me. There's their employee parking lot, or if you're on a tour, they're very private in the inside. So even if you get a tour, it's very rare. If you're a nonprofit, if you know someone at SpaceX personally, and if you're part of the educational board of Los Angeles and other conglomerates that actually invest heavily into SpaceX that are private equity holders, have access to this. So I can only show you this much. They give you about anywhere from 20 to 25 minutes to tour inside. It's pretty cool. I can't record anything inside. I can at least give you a view from the employee parking lot that's right across the street. You go downstairs, you cross the bridge, you cross over. Security is very heavy. This is as most as I can do. It's an amazing day. So I left the research below. Very different variables, so you can have contrast comparables against Blue Origin, which is owned primarily by Jeff Bezos and a few other key investors. SpaceX, trailblazer, valuation at approximately about 800 billion. Read the articles below. Don't take my word for it. And I'm just learning as much as possible. I don't know everything about SpaceX, but what I do know, it's on our radar at Pearson Bryson, and we invested heavily into TSLA, Tesla. And we believe in SpaceX as well. We actually are speculating that SpaceX at this time is primarily focused on aviation travel, but we're also speculating that they're going to start going into defense. This would be 15 years from now, 100 years from now, 80 years from now. I do believe, like Lockheed Martin, they have a lot of different government contracts. And this might be news to everyone watching this, but for those that follow these companies and invest in these companies, Boeing's public, Lockheed Martin's public. Blue Origin's private at this point. They're still in the beginning stages. SpaceX is private, but planning to go public. Really, really interesting time. Really interesting. Let me flip this around. I'm about to end this out. Anyways, welcome to Pearson Bryson. I'm gonna do one last pan so you can see beautiful SpaceX. For those that maybe can't visit or get a tour, here's what it looks like from the outside. Welcome back. SpaceX. Welcome to Pearson Bryson. Ciao.